Imagine decision-making in the meeting room of the future using an automated decision assistant. On an interactive whiteboard, a team considers a pending business opportunity, including its associated problems and risks. The generative AI model is leading the conversation and providing decision-relevant information. Uniquely, this AI model leverages a narrative-based decision analytics capability that provides simple-to-use, standardized decision structures that mitigate human biases and noise, along with errors in judgment and preference. Complex modeling and Monte Carlo simulations are not required. The meeting is conversational, narrative-based, and analytics-driven. This is decision-making founded on Decision Empowerment Institute's unique and revolutionary Pro Analytics suite. This is the future of corporate decision-making enabled by Decision Empowerment Institute's Pro Enterprise Management platform and software, once integrated with generative AI models, meeting efficiency and productivity at its best. What does Pro Enterprise Management do? Consider these real-life examples. A biotech company has a key manufacturing facility in Puerto Rico. The manufacturing facility had several roof deficiencies. With a long list of corporate-wide capital projects competing for approval, an economical roofing solution was proposed for retrofitting where needed. Executives disagreed on whether to approve the project. The risk management team applied Pro Analytics to support prioritizing the many requests for capital. Surprising to the team and executives, 8 of the 10 corporate-wide capital project proposals were not productive uses of capital, including the roof retrofit project, which was a no-go with a negative investment productivity. That is, it had a negative return on investment. It didn't sufficiently reduce the comprehensive enterprise risk liability associated with the roofing concerns. A more extensive and more expensive re-roofing project was proposed that significantly reduced the comprehensive enterprise risk liability while also having one of the highest positive investment productivities as compared to the other Pro Analytics-inspired revised capital projects. Executives understood and agreed. They approved and fast-tracked the revised project. 6 months later, when Hurricane Maria hit, manufacturing continued uninterrupted, ensuring continued supply of needed pharmaceuticals. Had the roof collapsed due to non-repair or insufficient repair, upwards of $2 billion in lost revenue was at stake, on top of product shortages and corporate reputation. The risk management team was awarded Innovators of the Year for their newly adopted risk management prioritization approach informed by Pro Analytics. An executive needed to submit his operational budget for the year. The process usually requires 3 to 5 months to gather the team's input, and after a lot of haggling among team members, a budget is established. This year, the CFO informed the executive a $5 million budget trimming was necessary. Sorely needing an efficient budgeting method that engaged and aligned the stakeholders involved, the executive utilized the Pro Enterprise Management method and software, fully and explicitly accounting for all sources of value contribution, financial and other non-financial sources of value, not accounted in their existing budgeting process. A collaborative and fully vetted budget was established in about 10 days, instead of the originally estimated 2 to 3 months, including the $5 million reduction that did not negatively affect operational objectives. These examples highlight some of the success stories of pro enterprise management. Current headlines on the advancement of AI into our personal and corporate lives provide a clarion call for advancing AI into decision making. AI is all the rage, so much so that Bill Gates says we're living in the age of AI. Increases in computing power and improved predictive algorithmic and machine learning design have enabled breakthroughs in the capability to provide answers to relatively complicated questions and hold complex conversations. Generative AI is superb at sifting and sorting through reams of information and then assembling that information into a response to a query. However, a common misperception is to associate generative AI's impressive capability to answer questions and form well-crafted narratives with the ability to make credible, trustworthy, high-quality decisions, especially in complex, unbounded, or fluid situations. While the current AI models are impressive with their easy-to-use conversational and narrative-based interface, augmenting these AI conversational capabilities with proven decision-making analytics would provide reliable, repeatable value add to both personal and business outcomes. These narrative-based decision-making capabilities are what pro-enterprise management methods and platform bring to the table. When a decision needs to be made, the AI model may provide interesting insights, but the human still must integrate these insights into the decision. Generative AI models are at the crossroads of determining how it can augment its informative conversational capability to making recommendations for generalized decision-making. Decision-making involves subtle trade-offs while often accounting for a large variety of dynamic parameters perceived as an intertwined collection of problems, risks, and opportunities. Capturing these trade-offs into a repeatable, standardized decision-making system and process is the essential breakthrough construct of pro-enterprise management. Pro-enterprise management synthesizes the core elements of deciding, accounting for preferences, alternatives, and information including uncertainty. Integrating and augmenting pro-enterprise management with the existing and emerging capabilities of generative AI models accelerates and enhances business decision-making with a transparent, repeatable, high-quality process. Decision-relevant information coupled with tailored, repeatable, and understandable decision frames enable efficient and timely decisions, ultimately resulting in enhanced business outcomes. A good chemistry metaphor is to think of decisions as molecules. At the atomic level, any decision is one or a combination of problems, risks, and opportunities. Through pro-enterprise management, these regular, repeatable, and easily understood structures provide the necessary foundation for generative AI models to evolve into the decision-making realm. For instance, an AI model today cannot advise an organization like a bank whether it should pursue a business opportunity in the face of the problems and risks associated with the opportunity. In fact, the model cannot automatically specify the atomic level of decision, that is, the problems, risks, and opportunities involved. But through pro-enterprise management methods, a business can provide these regular and repeatable structures and distinctions that in turn can enable generative AI models to engage and inform decision-making processes. This is the next step in advancing generative AI models to decision-making. Consider this straightforward example. A pharmaceutical company is concerned about the risk of a delayed clinical trial due to delays in enrolling individuals for the trial. There is a 50% chance that a significant enrollment delay, about 6 months, will result in a significant regulatory approval delay. The clinical research organization managing the clinical trial claims an additional $8 million on this $100 million trial should keep the clinical trial completion schedule on track, preserving the targeted product launch date. Is this a productive use of the pharmaceutical company's resources? Applying pro-enterprise management analytics, we determined that the expected risk liability of the clinical trial enrollment delay is about $106 million as measured in today's dollars, if the risk mitigation strategy is not pursued, that is, before investment and action. However, if the $8 million risk mitigation strategy is pursued, the risk will be reduced to about $9 million. This $106 million risk liability can be reduced to a $9 million risk liability if we spend $8 million. Every dollar of the $8 million risk mitigation spend protects about $13 of enterprise value. We call this the investment productivity of the spend, a dollar for dollar return on investment measure. At any point in time, every executive and manager owns a portfolio of problems, risks, and opportunities. The pro dilemma they each face is which problems, risks, and opportunities should be pursued at this point in time based on best value to the enterprise and its corporate objectives. By ordering pro items by investment productivity, we can prioritize spending to support decisions on the use of resources. Short of this type of analysis, management would be unaware of the magnitude of the spread of the financial returns associated with their pro portfolios. In this example, spending about $31 million will create or protect about $813 million in enterprise value. This includes spending on the clinical trial enrollment risk. The efficient use of corporate resources is the fiduciary responsibility of anyone managing a plan and budget. Decision Empowerment Institute has the only conversational, narrative-based method and system that can bridge generative AI models to generalized, high-quality decision-making. Together, generative AI and pro-enterprise management can quickly frame and analyze decisions to determine the best alternative in a conversational, transparent manner. Rigorous, yet simple and natural to use, pro-enterprise management has been proven through hundreds of applications to make critical decisions across a wide variety of industries, from startups to numerous Fortune 200 corporations, saving them billions of dollars. Decision Empowerment Institute's pro-enterprise management software platform is ideally positioned to be integrated into generative AI models that will leapfrog the competition in the quest for the ultimate AI capability: credible, trustworthy, transparent, high-quality decision-making.